I'll tell you right now, boy, Netflix is a development not arrested. They are moving further and further afield from just providing movies, more original programming. Another deal announced today with DreamWorks. Spencer Ante is here with the details of this one. This is interesting because, okay, so they had individual deals to do a couple of shows, right? Arrested Development, House of Cards. This is now with a studio to produce just a range of programming, right?
Yeah, so DreamWorks Animation, which is one of the biggest animated film studios in Hollywood, run by Jeffrey Katzenberg, they're trying to diversify out of the film business, which is somewhat unpredictable.
Sure, and you get a hit or a miss.
Yeah, it's very hit-driven. Yeah. And so they're looking for a more stable revenue stream. And so they see the internet as the potential solution to the answer. So they struck this big deal, multi-year deal with Netflix to produce more than 300 hours of programming, original programming for Netflix, and it's going to be aimed at children.
Right.
So the previous deals like House of Cards, they brought back Arrested Development, all aimed at adults for the most part. Right. This is aimed at children, and so it's targeting a different segment of the market, and it's targeting a segment of the market that is an active watcher of television.
Right, and it's going to be it's going to be names you know. We just saw Shrek. Shrek is on there. Some others that I didn't know because I don't watch them. But it's very interesting. It's an interesting deal for both sides, right?
Yes.
DreamWorks gets something that they really want, and Netflix. This is really a big expansion of their strategy.
They said this is their biggest original content deal ever. It's very fascinating because it looks like Netflix and DreamWorks are becoming like this sort of combo powerhouse together. They already cut a deal last year to basically distribute Disney movies on the internet when they're out in the theaters, and that replaced HBO, right? So this is just another sign that Netflix and Disney are coming together, and this could be the new powerhouse of pay TV programming.
And it's funny you mentioned HBO. You look at Netflix's development, right? They started out just as a rental company. I mean, HBO was basically a rental company too. They started, I don't know how far back you go, Spencer, but if you remember HBO back in the day, it was just movies, right?
That's right.
And then they branched out. They did a little original programming. I think Dream On was the first show that they did, which I recall, because I'm that old.
I do remember HBO.
And now HBO is a lot of original programming, and you can kind of see that with Netflix.
Yeah, well, the original programming is, until recently, paid original programming, like high production original programming, has not really taken off on the internet. It's basically been a user-generated content phenomenon, like YouTube, which is filled with user-generated content, and mostly social media is filled with user-generated content. But as bandwidth has gotten better, as people have gotten more used to paying for things on the internet, and as the quality of the video has gotten better, it's really attracting a whole new audience of people. And then you have things like Hulu, okay? So people have gotten used to paying for video on Hulu. And so Netflix is one of the leaders in this space, obviously, and they're trying to take this to the next level. And we don't know what the economics of these deals are. They didn't announce what the price tag was, so it would be interesting to see if some of those details leak out at some point. I'm sure it's a lot of money, but this is the future. They call it Internet TV. This is what they're calling it in the press release, Internet TV. It's sort of a new concept that it's combining, what you would usually see on television first is now coming to the internet first.
So let's see. You have the internet. You have original programming. I think I've heard of that somewhere before.
What have you heard about?
I don't know. Spencer Ante, thank you very much.
WHJ Live?
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you very much.